I said a hip, a hop, the hippie to the hip hop, a... Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 295 of the JARCast Media Podcast. Alex is your host, I'm James, and that is Jamie.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah, okay.
Is that it?
Intro it then.
Let's shout out the patrons. Make the audio version possible.
This isn't the intro.
Oh. I thought you were doing one of those eager intros because you want Sammy so bad.
I didn't want Sammy so bad. This is why we should never record before eating.
Why don't we go get food then?
Not open yet. Yeah.
Yeah, by the time we got there, bro.
Oh yeah, that's what we could do.
What do you want to do then?
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 295. I am James with Alex and Jamie.
The veins in your neck really bulge.
Yes, because I'm thinking of Sammy's.
So yeah, is that the intro?
The first one was.
Yeah, both of them are. Overlap them at the same time.
Did we say like what the name is or anything? I'm trying to remember. This is the JARCast. I guess it was in the intro bit. Yeah. The shout out the patrons that made the audio version possible, and if I noted this down because we've been saying it wrong for literal years. We've been saying sandy tier or above. You get your name read out, but it's actually Dibby tier and above, and it has been this whole time. So I know that's been annoying Jim behind the scenes. Pretty bad.
The thing is that there's actually like heaps of drama that we all lay to the wayside.
Yeah.
The second the camera goes on.
So much.
We at this point don't get along.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, yeah, you might be starting to sense it behind the screen.
Yeah, if it wasn't like obvious, this is a chore.
So remember that Dibby tears.
Yeah, sandy tears or above definitely get read out.
If it wasn't for the patrons, JAR Media wouldn't be a thing because there'd be no reason to actually record. Yes, we're joking. We love you all, and you'll get some extra little spicy videos early and soon.
Hopefully, without me in them.
Yeah, hopefully without them.
I genuinely like once a week is too much.
Yeah,
you know. I like sometimes James will be like, "Yeah, you want to hang out?" And I'll be like, "No."
No, you don't even open the message. You just leave it.
Just leave it on red.
When I say I'll be like, it's like in my head I'm like, no. In real life I just won't say anything. Yeah.
It's fucking impossible to actually communicate with you sometimes.
Well, that's intended. Because like this whole thing, this
deal? This
between us, this thing that's been happening, it's not real and it's fake.
Mm-hmm. Depending on how you interpret it from behind the screen, behind the keyboard.
But yeah, you type in the comments who you think is correct about this drama.
Yeah, what's real? Just what is real around here? Huh?
Have you considered that the sky is a projection?
Tell you what's not a projection. Actually, there probably is quite a lot
of
projection. Probably is a lot of projection in the YouTube comment section, but not specifically right here, right now, unless there are. We'll get to it in the housekeeping segment. Know what I'm saying?
Here we go again.
Here we go again, where we wrap up some of the conversations from the previous episode, some of the points of specificity, you know?
Specifications.
Yeah. You know, moments.
If you want our JAR Media specifications...
Clocks on the wall, got the watches on the wrist, it's the moments.
That's JAR's recommended album of the month.
Yep.
Humans Deluxe Edition.
No, Humans Normal Edition.
Humans Normal Edition.
Humans.
Humans without a Z, just humans. Yeah. Chihuahua left a comment. Putting beans related one, of course. Putting paprika in your beans sounds like it would be British slang. And I'm very cross replied saying, it's when your ketamine is laced.
Yeah, sure.
People, they had very, very positive reactions to a certain new member's gyna. Or, just like yolk. I'm so grateful for today's episode, all about Dobby's Gussie. It really cements for me what the cast is all about.
Gussie.
And James, he made a statement about Dobby's gyna.
James is obsessed with, in particular. With
First
Dobby's
off, he's
gyna.
obsessed with Dobby's gyna, but also, you were saying that it's like it's another example of time being a flat circle in terms of it being kind of a Disney remake of an old jar meme.
Yeah.
Pussy.
China.
Is Gina better than pussy?
Yeah, pussy was one of the worst fucking things that ever happened to Jar. And if I was there, I'd have fucking beat the shit out of all of you for fucking saying something as stupid and unfunny as that. Pussy.
I thought it was pretty hilarious.
Awful. So what happens when unfunny people are in charge of Jar Media memes?
But Dobby's gyna's cool.
Dobby's Gina funny, pussy unfunny.
I don't know, we'll see about that. Felix C says, jars where Alex has to go, what is happening, are the best ones. I agree.
When did you say that last step?
Oh, just one of the moments where you weren't listening to me.
All of them then.
Profile Feather left an interesting one. On the topic of milk and alcohol, I feel I should share an actual family recipe. It's called pink stuff. You pour a bit of vodka into a jug. You pour milk on top. I've only tried it with cow's milk. Feel free to experiment if you'd like. And then you mix in strawberry milkshake powder. It tastes like strawberry milkshake, but it's full of vodka.
Alcohol and milk don't go.
Jim?
The thing is with vodka is that, like, I can totally believe this. I believe pink stuff is real. Whatever it's called.
Would you drink pink stuff, though?
Pink drink.
Pink drink, yeah.
I drink pink drink. No, I wouldn't.
Vodka and milk, though.
I don't really drink milk anyway.
Bro.
Okay, what if it was vodka and oat milk?
No.
What? I just don't. When I want to drink alcohol, which is primarily is like I want to get pissed and feel tipsy, I'm just gonna drink something that's nice. And milkshakes aren't nice.
Milkshakes are lovely.
Yeah. No one dislikes milkshakes.
I do. Milk? If they made like milk, if milkshakes never existed but were replaced instead of a milkshake alternative that didn't have milk in, I'd like it.
That's basically what I said. What?
Those
and
are
you
real.
criticize me for saying, yeah, they literally exist, like vegan milkshakes.
Yeah, I know they do. But milkshakes vegan milkshakes should have been invented first.
Nah. Lots of people got very upset with when we're talking about Cyberpunk's money.
Yeah.
You said it was called credits, which is a Star Wars thing.
Eddies, mate. They're called Eddies. Don't know what you're on
They're
about.
actually called Eddies because
Eurodollars.
yeah, even Hurst Brown says I think they're called Eddies because the currency is a euro dollar or something like that.
Mate, they're called credits, okay?
Creds.
They're called creds, and when you shorten it, it's like eds, you know?
Someone said, well, not someone, it's me, Austin said, they literally unironically laugh like a he.
No, I've got some beef with this.
We don't all laugh the same. We have very different laughs.
Yeah, what?
No, this is the thing. Anyone who mocks anyone's laugh is, like, awful.
Mm-hmm.
If you're judging someone's laugh when a laugh is like a peak of enjoyment, you're a fucking cunt.
It depends.
No.
It does depend.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't depend.
It depends on your relationship to that person.
No, but if I hear some of the most annoying laugh, I'm like, they're having fun.
Yeah, but
I don't care what their laugh sounds like. They're having fun.
You wouldn't want to marry someone who's got like a really annoying laugh.
Bro, I don't give a shit. What about my partner's laugh? As long as they're laughing, it's a good thing. Laughing is only positive. If you see negative in someone's fucking happy emotions, you're the problem.
Now, what if they're laughing at someone falling over?
Oh, that's different because that depends what they're laughing at.
But what if it was really funny? What if it was someone falling over? They actually died from falling over, but it was like the most hilarious.
I don't think you can laugh at someone falling over and dying, Alex.
Even if it was like really cartoonish.
You totally could
like
laugh
just,
at that.
Just straight up like cartoon, like ragdolling all over the place.
No. Here's the thing: ragdoll in real life is funny.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
that's the moral predicament.
I totally disagree. Ragdoll in real life is scary.
As someone who has ragdolled a fair few times, pretty funny. First person ragdoll.
No, like no, in like GTA 4 when you get hit by a car, funny.
Yes.
You see someone actually get hit by a car.
Well, no, because they're getting hit by a car. That's like, it's not the ragdoll. It's actually getting hit by the car that's like more serious. So you don't find the ragdoll funny.
No, but even if it was like a funny, like if it was the same ragdoll in GTA 4, there's like a heaviness to real ragdoll.
No, but this is there's a disagreement here about how often ragdoll videos are shared online. Like, we've all seen the one of the guy who's on the ladder and it just goes down and it's just like ragdolls on the floor. Everyone's seen that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm trying to describe memes. I sound like a lunatic. Ragdoll can be funny.
It can be. Like when you ran down a hill and
funny.
fucking just ragdolled at the bottom.
And I was fine.
Yeah, and that's funny. But I'm talking like...
Would it have been less funny if I like snapped my leg? Because I say no, I say it's even more funny.
I actually very rarely laugh at people falling over.
I don't ever.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you love it.
Well, no, when?
Yeah, you absolutely love it.
When?
If me or Alex like walk into something or like do something like that, you're the first one to scream laugh.
That's because it's you two, and that's like, that's a different thing. Because the dynamic of us is that if anything happens,
like seeing each other suffer.
No, it's like. In stimulation, right? Any type of stimulation like that, I'm just going to scream laugh at because I'm bringing attention to the stimulation. Doesn't matter what it is. If you slam something down, I'll scream laugh. It's like that, but we can't explain the weird dynamic we have, okay?
Okay. What was the question?
Our laughs. I was going to ask, like,
that's right.
How would you describe our laughs? How would you describe my laugh?
Funny.
Verbose.
A bit chunky.
You think you can't not hear it then? You think it's over-exaggerated?
It's kind of. No, I don't mean that in your making it exaggerated for effect. I just think you have an exaggerated laugh.
Bit cartoonish?
Yeah, it's absolutely cartoonish. Jamie's is like the most powerful laugh. If Jamie's got a fucking good laugh on it, it's infectious and you're all fucking going down that.
I think I've got the most high-pitched laugh.
No, I do. But
yeah, you definitely do.
That's true, I hadn't thought about it like that.
I love my laugh.
Because mine shifts into like a whereas James's is more of a Jim's somewhere in between.
No, because I scream laugh. I just scream laugh, that's all I do. And you get to a path and you just scream.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like different types of laugh. You know?
Yeah, there totally are. And it's impossible to fake your real laugh. Because you don't even know what it sounds like.
Until you watch someone back down, it's like...
Yeah, did you see that clip that was going around of like, it was like a French game show or something, where they just gathered a bunch of people with weird laughs and then just set one of them off, and then it just made them all start laughing. And they all sounded like insane.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's a pretty funny clip.
I love people that like cough laugh.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like with a wheeze in there.
yeah. I love a wheeze.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain one that's like really, it's like from the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
You know that clip of the woman who's like, I'm not racist, but blank people, and then she like cough laughs. It's really fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just like, no, the best laughs are like Scottish laughs. We've all seen that video of that guy stuck on the roof and he's like, can't put my fucking foot down, and this guy's just like laughing like really deep.
I love the the sausage upside down guy and the laugh in that. I'm gonna fucking sausage me upside down.
You daft cunt.
A nice hearty laugh.
Laughs are weird though. I hate like a pervy laugh.
What, like Quagmire?
He doesn't laugh, he giggities. No, I'm talking like a...
What's a pervy laugh?
Like you know, a laugh is like a rhythm.
Yeah.
Like a ha 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 ha.
Mm.
A pervy laugh is like a kind of low hee hee.
Hee hee.
Like, kind of like the Scooby-Doo laugh.
What do you mean?
But
without examples, I'm struggling to keep up.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
Well, you love doing the Scooby-Doo laugh.
No, it's not like the Scooby-Doo. You know, what's that little guy called who like fights?
Scrappy Doo.
No, not a Scooby-Doo character, the actual real human.
You mean Hasbulla?
Yeah, Hasbulla. Have you heard his laugh?
He does have a little pervy laugh.
He's got a little pervy laugh.
He does.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how it sounds.
It's like really quick.
Like Salacious Crumb's laugh.
No, quicker.
Quicker.
There's no like cackle to it. There's no It's just
Mm-hmm.
You know, that sort of laugh is like
have
a
you ever
pervy
heard
laugh.
a Hasbulla laugh?
No.
Do you know who Hasbulla is?
No.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Fucking Christ, Alex.
It's
We're
not a
getting him on
fucking
the car
dinosaur,
scene.
is it?
Yeah, he's coming over from...
Oh, right. Well, he's a tiny guy with a funny laugh who can punch hard.
How do I...
No, he's like an actual like I don't know, but he's like a dwarf or something. But
What's his name? Oh, this guy.
Yeah, Hasbulla.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And he's like a straight baller, yeah.
Oh, I've seen this guy before, but I didn't know it was like...
No, he's huge.
Like, how old is he?
30.
Yeah, he's just got like a condition where he never aged.
Oh.
Yeah, he's 20 years. He's 20 years
He's
old.
20 years old.
Yeah.
But he's got like such a like the face of like a regular going like 50-year-old pub dweller.
Man, well, they can't say the cast isn't a learning experience.
Why?
Hmm?
How come?
Whatever. I'm still kind of lost on why they were like what they were saying with the mocking of the
James's
literally
laugh.
unironically laugh. They don't specify any of us though.
It'll be me.
It's James
It'll be
because
me.
he screamed.
No, did they
laugh.
say they?
Well,
Right.
Okay.
Jack Diamond said, "Can you guys have a group vote to have James take his dirty, grimy shoes off if he's going to put his legs up all over the table, or forbid him from putting them on the table anymore?"
No, this is the weird thing. This has been a comment that's been on multiple recent videos, and one of the videos where this person said this, it was Jamie with the feet on the table.
people do get confused between me and
I
James.
don't know how.
Is it just the J names?
No, it's easy. If one of them's got wrong opinions, it's me. If one of them's got right opinions, it's Jamie. Just
There's
fucking
no
do it
such
that
thing
way.
as wrong and right opinions.
But I'm wrong most of the time. Especially on Dark Souls.
You're wrong. You're wrong about factual things.
I'm wrong about everything. You don't need to be educated to have a YouTube channel.
That's exactly what I've been trying to say for ages.
Comic book Archer can end this segment. I'm from the Nether.
Case in point.
I'm from the Nether. No, I'm from the Netherlands and I'm visiting Bristol for a little bit.
Dumb.
I've noticed that every time I mention to people that I want to see the magic roundabout, they tend to look confused and or disgusted by the fact that I want to go to Swindon. I've known it's not the most picturesque city in the world, but that seems like a bit of an extreme reaction, right? Thanks, lads.
God, don't. It might be jar funny. Don't go to Swindon.
It's not worth it if you were just going to see the magic roundabout, let's be real.
Of course not.
You won't even notice, like, you're on it.
You'll just be a bit scared.
The entirety of Swindon is so shite that you won't notice it getting shiter.
No, it does. It does get shiter.
It does get shiter.
For that small little collection of roundabouts, it does get shiter because it gets even scarier.
Bro, it's not scary. Come on. The magic roundabout is easy.
When was the last time you drove over it?
No, this is the thing. Just drive straight. Just drive in a straight line. If you see your exit, just fucking drive straight.
I don't think you've ever gone over it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't think you have either.
Yeah, talking all this smack.
Yeah.
This is the funny thing, because you were in the car when I was on it, in my blue Mazda.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. Do you know who has impeccable memory? Me. Do you know her shit memory?
When's my birthday?
Damn it.
Hey, no, me being shit at dates doesn't mean I've got a good memory.
Oh, hello, darling.
Hello, woman.
So, like, as far as subjects are concerned, so much has happened. So much.
Why?
This is a dense one.
Oh.
So much has happened that we're going to have to cut some of it, probably.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cut all the first half.
But, okay, we can kind of dictate how long some of these are going to be. Like, I know you guys will have lots to say about this one. The YouTuber Dream.
He had a face reveal. He
Face reveal.
literally just looks like a human. Okay.
No. He did a face reveal.
Yeah.
So what is the point of the mask is?
Well, we found out now. The point of the masks is to, I guess, be so shamed by people online finding an old picture of you where you're kind of heavyweight, to then do everything in your power to change that image out of fear of people judging you.
So he was found and then he did a reveal.
Well, there's like a while ago, like an image like was floating around and people were saying, it's Dream from when he was in high school or whatever. One of those.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like comparing his face from his face reveal to that old picture and like, yeah, that's definitely him. But that just feeds back to my ultimate point of like, face reveals are fucking lame.
Yeah.
Face reveals are just a stupid, lame concept, especially when like his whole thing was, he like was building hype for his face reveal by having all these other streamers and YouTubers like record their reaction to him sending like the truth or watching the video.
What? How are you supposed to react to someone's face?
Oh, wow, he looks normal.
Wow, he's actually so fit though.
Yeah.
He's gorgeous.
He's a proper
I thought
fit.
it was going to be like really ugly. I'm glad he's cool and not ugly.
James, be honest, is he really ugly?
I think he's just a guy. I don't judge people's appearances. Ever. I'm being serious, okay?
No, you're fucking not. You're like,
No.
I'd never make fun of someone's laugh. I'd never look at someone and be like, nah, not for me. What are you talking about today?
What if their laugh was literally like...
Yeah. You're not going to be like, oh, you know what, that really...
Well, I don't think a human can laugh like that.
I bet you someone does.
If someone has a laugh like that, please let me know. And then I'll make a natural, educated opinion on it. It's like, I'm not going to look at someone and be like, oh, they're ugly. I'm just like... You don't even need to react. I'm just not looking at people on a surface level. Ooh, fitty. Ooh, not fitty. I'm just like, I just want to get a fucking pistachio iced latte. I don't give a fucking shit.
I'm not saying you have to like seek people out and be like. Ugh.
No, but if I look at someone, I'm not forming an opinion on their looks. I'm just walking by.
What, with an empty mind?
James just decided today that he's going to spew as much fucking bile out of his pile as he possibly could.
Okay, so when you just see someone who's fucking ugly, you just like, oh, what fucking ugly.
No, but your brain immediately, you don't get a choice when you look at someone.
Not true. That's
that
absolutely
your brain
not
finds
true.
attractive or not attractive. You don't choose.
Well, yeah, on the attractive side, yes, I don't have control over that. That's my brain. But on the ugly side, it's like I don't even think.
No, but you're like.
When was the last time, like, you mentally had to check no and go like, ugh, like towards someone, like a stranger?
Never.
This is getting quite nasty.
I haven't.
No, I can tell you one.
Jim says it whenever he walks into a room with me.
I heard one the other day that was like that was bad. But it was more so. It was more interesting actually. It was something I was in the garden and I could overhear, and one of the neighbours talking to their young child. I could hear them say something along the lines of, the kid said, "Where's father?" And the mum was like,
Fucking whores.
basically, it was she was like, "Do you see his car there? That answers your question, doesn't it?" And I was just like, what the fuck? And then you're hearing the kid's voice. It's like, it must be like 6 years old or something. Like
Jesus.
an actual like baby.
Yeah, that's pretty foul.
Yeah.
What's your other one though?
My other one was when I was in Bristol with James.
Who actually did you draw them on?
What are you talking about?
The fingernails.
I didn't draw them on. No, that's how it was delivered. That's how Dobby's Gyno was delivered. Was it? Yeah, when I was with James in Bristol, went to a public toilet, the one in Cabot Circus.
Yeah.
And the guy who went into the cubicle next to me just unleashed like a diarrhea fart shit explosion. And I was so shocked by it. I probably did mentally go, ew.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But also like a small part of my subconscious was like, I wish I had the confidence to just do that.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Wait, no, wait.
Why is that? No. Wait,
bro. I don't think confidence is a factor if you're literally trying to shit and it just explodes out. You can't control that. You can't.
You can.
Nah, you can.
No. Come on, not after you've
So
had
you're
like.
telling me you don't like wait for someone if it's like really revealing toilets, right?
Mm.
Like the whole bottom, like the feet are showing. Every sound is being echoed around these like sheer walls.
No, what about if you can't? What about if it's coming and you can't stop it? What about if that
Never
diarrhea?
happens.
I guess if you're like actually like you have no control.
Yeah, well, but when you've got really bad fart shit explosion, that's just gonna happen, bro. I don't think their confidence is in that.
I could tell, you know.
No, because some people sit down and just let what happens happen.
And that's the way to do it. I was saying
So
this
you
to
would
Alex.
do- so you would
This
do
is a
that?
whole conversation in the lost segment of this episode.
In the bonus,
This is literally
after hours.
20 minutes of just talking about this. So I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
You can watch that video to find out my opinion. That doesn't relate to the question anyway.
I'll tell you what does relate to the question though. If you're done, unless you got anything more to say about face reveals.
Or ugly people.
Or yeah, people that make you go,
It can be as simple as like seeing a Nike logo. I'll be like, disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Foul.
Absolutely agree there.
You know?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me? I don't have any Nikes.
You do?
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not part of the
You've been
fucking
there because
gang.
we bullied you.
Yeah. That's a trend I'm figuring out. I'm just bullied. Well, okay, I guess face reveal segment over.
Yeah.
Because something even more hype.
Oh no!
If you like enough this video, we'll de-face reveal ourselves. Unface
Yeah.
reveal ourselves.
Yeah, if you join up to the Patreon, we might even do a face reveal for you. Huh? Nah, something more hype than a face reveal from your favorite tuber. A movie reveal from your favorite animation company. What the fuck? What do you mean? You watched it?
I don't want to be involved in this.
Okay. We've been theorizing about this since 2018.
Yeah.
There's a clip from Jarvis talking about the Illumination Mario movie, and the trailer's finally come. We've heard Chris Pratt's version of an
His
Italian
take,
man. Is that what he is? They seem to be going with the angle of real human sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
What is this?
And he seems to be doing some sort of Italian-American accent instead of just
like very faint. It's like, 5% that, the rest Chris Pratt, I guess. Yeah.
And why you'd get Chris Pratt to play an Italian-American... I'm not sure, but he is.
James Gandolfini as Mario would be
too good. That would be too powerful.
No, I think the best person they could have got would have been Danny DeVito if they weren't gonna do like the classic.
Yeah, if it was Danny DeVito and Charlie, who was voicing Luigi.
Yeah, that would work incredibly well.
Yeah, because that's basically been the biggest takeaway, is that for an Illumination movie, visually, it's way better than their normal standard.
Yeah,
much better.
Yeah,
that's probably because of Nintendo's inclusion. But even like Jack Black as Bowser, I'm fine with that.
I didn't even know it was Jack Black.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'd forgotten about the casting and only looked after him and was like, okay, I didn't even really. And for like Jack Black's whole thing, like he's normally like when he's Poe, like it's Jack Black.
Yeah.
So I'll give him that. But it was more, that like the main character is just Chris Pratt, and it's really fucking weird.
And it's so boring. Get Chris Pratt out of here.
Yeah, because there were like clips of like the other places in Europe's like versions of the trailer, and whoever does the voice in the French trailer like just sounds like perfect. Like
Mario.
It just sounds like Mario. Yeah. And even like the Italian one sounds better. As you'd imagine. Just really annoying. And I can't believe it. They came in with the curveball as far as like the Dibbies are concerned, because that was one of our predictions. Was like, the Toads, they're going to be the Dibbies, and Toads are Dibbies in it. But we'd forgotten about the penguins.
Yeah.
You saw that evil smile on that penguin. They ain't no Dibby.
No, but that's got to be their number one joke, their favorite joke, to have like the juxtaposition of like cute thing, really adorable, but is actually mega villain and is or like
Minions,
the inverse.
The rabbit.
It's got a deep voice.
Toy Story.
And you'd expect it to sound like a cute Dibby, but he's actually like a soldier. Secret Life of Pets with the Kevin Hart character. He's an evil bunny.
He's a bunny that goes, and then he goes,
He's a bunny that makes a short joke.
Yeah.
So they love that. I'd say it's honestly their forte.
They are really good at it, and
that's the thing they do best. Because I guess it is at the top of like marketing. What's going to sell things? The penguins, the cute penguin plushies, cute toad plushies. Not scary real life Mario.
Yeah.
Voiced by Chris Pratt.
He looks surprisingly exactly like that image that's been around for like a decade at this point of realistic Mario.
It's not quite that frightening.
It's like 70% there. Maybe 65%
So just not quite.
It's weird how... Because they could have just done like the full-on Mario art style. Like you shouldn't be able to see individual hairs on Mario's face.
And I would have liked to see him a little bit more plump.
Yeah, he's kind of hot. And I don't want Mario
that was probably Chris Pratt's like to his demand.
There's got to be.
I'm voicing him. He's got to be at least this much ripped.
Yeah.
He's got to be this much in the image of God.
And he's got to be an ex-Navy SEAL. Good one,
Chris Pratt. You'll find that out in Mario the Movie 2.
Yeah.
But in our clip from 2018 where we were talking about this, James made a joke about like, yeah, when this is really successful, there'll be a Smash Bros movie. And bro, I genuinely think in our lifetime it's gonna happen. Sonic's already got the ball rolling. It'll be that Sonic.
Wow, yeah.
There'll probably be some Zelda thing on the way. Have the after credit tease. It's like Mario in the bar talking to fucking Donkey Kong or whatever the fuck their plan is.
And Samus walks in and it's like dun dun dun.
Yeah, when they make the Metroid movie and it's just Alien,
But
with a skin over it.
Speaking of like sci-fi movies, I watched a bunch of Lightyear.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched it on my iPad.
Yeah, I
like
watched
in
it
the
on my
background while I was like doing other shit. Really, really bad.
Really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't finish it. I
don't blame. It's terrible.
I watched like half an hour and it was boring, and then I watched another half hour and I think it got more boring.
That's what's weird, because it's when it's boring. That's like the worst ones, you know.
Yeah.
Like the Good Dinosaur they did as well, which was kind of a similar thing where it's like what is it about this?
Yeah, and what's like the idea?
Yeah, what's the hook?
Because like Ratatouille, it's like wacky, and there's a clear like rat doesn't belong in kitchen, but he's really good at cooking. It's like a thing you can play with, and like Up, house flying, balloons, like
the imagery. Yeah, you can like summarize the whole thing from one frame of it.
Yeah, and then it's like Space Soldier. How would this movie ever be interesting?
They try to make it interesting with like time travel.
And they tried to do like the Pixar emotional thing, and it falls hard, flat on its face.
Yeah, it's really, really.
It's like, I really don't care. But at least they got Chris Pratt to be.
Taika Waititi's in that movie as well.
Yeah.
Really annoying character too.
He's just really annoying in everything now.
Yeah, it's like just a switch was flicked.
Yeah,
with him.
And I'm worried to go back and watch like the vampire movie and now find him irritating.
Yeah, because I watched the new Thor as well. Like background watched it on my iPad. It's the same story. He directed it obviously, and he's in it as Korg. It's just like quite an obnoxious like they really had this problem with Marvel shit where like it was always in service of something building, so everyone like excused how kind of shit and like nothing is some of the early movies are.
Basically every Thor.
Yeah, but it's like resetting to that standard, even though it's just like why is Thor in his fourth movie? Like what more do you have to do with this guy?
Yeah,
clearly not that much.
I think it's a major cop-out to be like, he had his whole arc and stuff, and he gets like chubby, and then next movie he's more ripped than he ever was before. Yeah,
it's like a quick throwaway gag, because like they end that whole Avengers movie with it being like, Thor's joining the Guardians.
Yeah,
and that's like a short segment at the beginning, and then it's like, no, it's not really the focus of this, so we're doing something else.
See, I think in James Gunn's hands, adding that character into the dynamic could have been fun.
That was one of the things, is like, I didn't really like the Guardians even being there. Like,
because it wasn't...
Yeah. I don't know if Gunn like wrote that scene or whatever, but it was just like, nah, it's not the same. Yeah. I also, if we're already on this fucking note, I watched the episode of She-Hulk with Daredevil in it.
Oh, of course, he's...
Like the Netflix Daredevil is in it now. And people getting upset because spoilers, She-Hulk like fucks Daredevil.
In court.
Like,
or actually like fucks him.
Straight up like, actually, I let you inside me.
Oh, shit.
Type level.
He got Luke Caged.
Yeah.
He got Jessica Jones. Is that like gonna be an ongoing romance in the thing?
I don't know, because like I think it's more of like a procedural thing.
I don't think I can watch She-Hulk. Everything I've seen on it looks like like embarrassing.
Yeah, it's not very good.
It's
but I like things that are that kind of level, you know.
so it's that level.
Because like some of like the Falcon Winter Soldier like show. Nah, I never watched it. I didn't care.
I was actually fine with that show.
The Arrow guys show, Hawkeye. I didn't watch that one either.
Yeah, that one was kind of sucky.
But this one, it's like it's got just enough like dingles.
Got enough tingles.
Yeah,
It's shit enough. It's weird
because it's simultaneously not good, but it's also like not as bad as people on social media say it is. It's like as far as, but it's like I'm just sat there like who do they make this for? Because it's like built in a way where clearly they want to tickle Marvel fans, like with those action scenes, with having characters like Daredevil and like all these like cameos, and like Wong has an episode. So clearly you want the Marvel base to watch it, but also it's like just such a completely different genre of show, more of like a whimsical sitcom thing.
but Marvel comedy has never been good.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean, though. It's like, imagine that Marvel comedy, but as a show.
As its own show.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah, that's
imagine that in a courtroom drama with a green woman who's huge.
Speaking of courtroom dramas, I just finished Better Call Saul.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah. I had like 2 episodes left, and I just remembered one day, I was like... Because the pace of the show is like, just throughout all of it, it's like just building and building and building and building.
Mm-hmm.
And then towards the end of the last season, it's like... refresh.
Yeah.
And then... whatever happens,
the
happens.
timeline
But-
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. But... God damn, he knows how to end a show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Vincey.
Yeah.
It was like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
Yeah. They really landed it.
I don't want to say more than that because like it's not something you want spoiled at all. And I also watched Kung Fu Panda 3.
You hadn't seen that, had you?
I'd never seen it.
Do you agree with me then, or?
I might, I don't know, I might dislike it more than you.
Yeah.
It's really quite...
It's not very well paced.
Really poorly paced. And like there's so... I don't like their justifications for the conveniences in the story.
Yeah. For the whole panda town, and
Yeah.
the villain's kind of forgettable.
Yeah, I didn't like the villain.
The Imagine Dragon villain.
The Imagine Dragon villain.
Yeah. Like, for some reason, like, Imagine Dragons, like, I guess composed the, like, villain's theme or something.
Oh, okay.
And there's, like, a song. I don't know. There's
cool.
some link.
Imagine Dragon Warrior.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's the best part, is the Oogway is in it a couple times.
Yeah.
That's it, though.
And the animation is like nutty good.
Yeah.
It's like DreamWorks don't get, because they do stuff like Boss Baby. It's like they can be just like totally
Or Monsters vs. Aliens.
corrupt.
An ugly movie. Ugly.
Yeah.
Fugly,
Yeah.
I'd say, even.
But then like they have Kung Fu Panda and it's like stunning.
Yeah, where they, like, care.
Yeah.
And have good art
But it
direction.
feels like they really felt like they were making a classic. That if I think they thought they were making Kung Fu Panda 2. And in Kung Fu Panda 2, they didn't realize they were making Kung Fu Panda 2.
They didn't know what they had on their hands.
Yeah. And Kung Fu Panda, like, they watched Kung Fu Panda 2 and they were like, holy shit.
We do that again, man.
Yeah.
And they
And
couldn't.
then they tried to and they were like, get Breaking Bad in it. He'll make it good. And then he doesn't.
Oh, I see. With Bryan Cranston. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is one more thing, but James is looking angry.
Ginga gunga ginga gingy.
It's one thing James talked about last episode, even. if we're going down this list, because I watched Edgerunners, the Cyberpunk thing.
Yeah, how did you find it? How did you find it?
I really actually enjoyed it. I wasn't really expecting to as much, but after the first episode, and you kind of get the style,
the trigger style,
especially it has a bunch of the like anime tropes you'd expect.
Yep.
Like they have their budget and they've got to allocate it in certain ways, because of how time consuming that style of 2D animation is. So they'll often wait like action scenes to have much more intricate, flashy animation. So then in some of the quieter like dialogue scenes, there'll be the classic like an image kind of panning. You just kind of get used to it. Or some people just don't care at all. But it's worth it though for those action scenes and how stylish it is. The whole crew, they're like the Edgerunners, that whole concept and the cyber psychosis thing. Really cool. It actually is like conclusive as well.
Yep.
It doesn't feel like this Lord of the Rings show where it's like this is the beginning of the new saga and it's never gonna end. We're never gonna let it end. It's just saying, no, this is the story.
This is these characters' arcs.
Yeah. If anything, it moves too quick.
It does.
It moves really, really quick.
20-minute episodes. You got about 10 of them, so what?
It's got a cool opening as well. I like the Franz Ferdinand song that's in it.
Cringe.
Cringe?
Huh?
We are talking about anime, bro.
Yeah.
It's just a good little show, and I recommend watching it just because it's not really much commitment to it. It's like just watch and the
Did you watch it dubbed?
No, I watched the original Japanese.
You watched the Japanese one?
That's because my Netflix is like auto set to that, so I didn't watch it. But I heard the dub is actually quite good.
Yeah, the dub's okay, because I don't normally watch the dub. I watched a couple in Japanese, but speaking of Breaking Bad, Esposito he's like a voice in it.
Who does he voice?
He voices one of the like villain characters.
Is the
it's hard to say without spoiling. He's got the 3 eyes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It hasn't quite convinced me to like play the game. I'm not quite there.
Well, on that topic,
Shut up! No, we're not going to. I played the game and it's broken, so therefore it's bad.
I mean that's a perfectly justified reaction to booting up Cyberpunk, in my opinion. I booted it up again yesterday, and so my first attempt going back into Cyberpunk, I boot up the game, get past the loading screen, start a new save, get to a scene immediately at the start of the game where I'm looking in a mirror, as my character is looking in the mirror. And I'm getting about 15 frames a second, so I'm like, alright, time to switch this stuff around. So I switch it all around, get it running well enough, playing the game, doing the intro, blah blah blah. You get to the song intro, and this is the part of the game that should have, the majority of games get like the most effort put into like the first 20% of it, because like when you buy a game, you're guaranteed to at least see the beginning. It feels like Cyberpunk got the least dev time put into the beginning. The intro is like choppy and full of bugs. And if that is your initial impression, it's like embarrassing. Even you, when you booted it up, you had bugs in the intro.
I had one bug in the intro for the first 2 seconds. People were T-posing, and I have had no bugs since. And I've put in probably close to over 10 hours since that intro. I've had no bugs.
But after that bit plays, you do like a little mission. Mission went fine. There's a bit of a car chase at the end of this mission. And then these dudes are meant to run out in front of the car. And they just T-pose slide, snap into place, and then like the scene plays out as it should. And it's a really cool scene. but you're already taken out of it when this shit happens. And because I got to that bit and I was like, you know what, I'm stopping. This is taking me out too many times now.
Yeah.
So this is what I don't get. I don't get this because my PC's like 10 years old and was gone through your entire early YouTube career, and I've killed one graphics card with it, and I'm running an i7 with a 1060, and I'm playing medium settings at 60, and mine's run perfectly fine.
No, but a bug isn't to do with performance.
But I don't know why
I was getting a consistent frame rate. But this is the weird thing. I thought yesterday, fuck it, I'm gonna give it some more time. So I went back on the game. It had reverted back to the car chase. I'm in the car chase like immediately when I start playing. And in this scene, all gun sounds had disappeared. I assumed this was because I'd loaded into a set piece and it was kind of confused, so I forgive it. And then everything starts like fitting into place and it's working fine. I'm going forward to this other set piece where the dudes run across the street, exact same glitch, where they T-pose slide, lock into place, then the scene starts.
I don't get it though. I don't get why because I'm having no issues and I don't get it.
No, but that's clearly a consistent bug. What I'm saying is that I don't know why they haven't refined the intro. If we had the same bug on the intro, that's clearly a consistent problem across multiple.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I won't deny that.
I've had the same bug twice with different specs because when I came back to play it, I went on GeForce and pressed the optimize thing to get it running as well as possible. So then I had it running differently both times and I got the same bug. So that must be a consistent bug as well.
The only thing that I think is the issue is I'm playing with like 70 odd mods. And I don't know if one of those mods just fixes a bunch of shit, but I've had no running issues at all.
No, but
which is an actual surprise that this fucking PC that's on its last legs is actually running Cyberpunk fine.
It's like a really finicky game to run. If I went through the menus and adjusted it slightly after doing the optimize thing because it's never quite right.
No.
And there's like one thing I turned off. I can't remember what. But then suddenly the game started running really well. The game in general has like pretty bad like load distances. You'll see shadows popping in and stuff all the time. That's just consistent. I don't know if you've got a mod or something that...
See, I haven't had... The only issue with pop-ins I've had is nothing to do with the game. It's the case of when you drive from one part of the city to the other, it doesn't load in AI yet, because I have pedestrian density and traffic on like max. So it does take a little bit. But I've had no pop-ins really.
Not like texture pop-in, it's like you'll be driving and you can see a clear shadow from a skyscraper growing as you like get closer to it.
I might have not.
It's like a lighting thing, and I can sort of forgive that stuff. But once you actually start getting into the game, all of these bugs and stuff seem to disappear. Their main issue is with set pieces.
I guess they're the most complex parts.
Yeah. So when they're doing the flashiest stuff and it's meant to be the coolest, it ends up being the lamest.
Yeah.
I will say, because there's the set piece when you're actually the game actually starts, because everything before the heist is basically just the intro. The game opens, and in that Takamura like saves you, and then there's a chase.
Yeah.
That was buggy for me. And I think
it was mega buggy.
It was buggy for me, but then it is like it's a set piece where loads of shit's happening with bikes everywhere, and you got to shoot them. Yeah. I get that. So,
the most frustrating thing with the game is you can see how good it would be if it was finished.
If that game had another year, I think it could have been a solid like 8 out of 10. Because the good parts of Cyberpunk are really good. Keanu Reeves' performance as Johnny is fucking insane. All of the good characters all the characters are fucking great. The voice acting is great. The world is really interesting. I like the gameplay. There's so much there. It was just washed.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm feeling the same way I felt about it when I stopped playing all that time ago, where it's like, it's so close.
I don't know.
Damn close.
You should download mods. They might be able to fix that shit for you, and it expands so much of the game.
I've not played much since the intro, but I haven't had a bug like that since. And it will be just like the art direction in the game is amazing. I love the way it's, and I don't know if everyone does, but the way conversations work in the game. There's nothing equivalent to what they've done, like the unique animations and environments. You'll sit in a place and talk to someone at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And no other game does
Has
that.
done the commitment, the first-person commitment in an open world like that.
Yeah.
Nobody's done it. Like, an example would be Far Cry. But then you can't... No, it's like, it's such a different level.
Yeah.
And it's like, because I did the first proper mission with Pan Am, where you go do some stuff and you've got to get Hellman. And you come out of the motel and then Johnny's there and you can talk to Johnny. But there's an option to take the mega blockers and cut the conversation. But if you keep talking to him, it's a whole conversation with Johnny that is optional.
Yeah.
And it's fucking fascinating.
And all the missions and stuff that can just come out of conversation options. Like, there's amazing shit in the game, and I hope it can reach its potential.
And I think, obviously, there's another one's been confirmed. So another Cyberpunk is in development. You got the new DLC, so I'm hoping the next big update, which is like might be 1.7, generally fixes a lot of the shit.
Yeah, because everyone loved the Witcher expansions. Surely they're hoping to try and do some repairs with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but their forte is storytelling. Like, because no one was like, man, the Witcher 3 gameplay. I just want to go and play
that's the thing.
Witcher.
The Witcher 3 gameplay is flawed and really frustrating, but everything else is so good.
Minute-to-minute gameplay feels worse than Cyberpunk.
Oh, absolutely.
No doubt. And like the upgrade tree stuff, probably an equal level to Cyberpunk.
Yeah, but it's like when you walk around and you're getting all the detail to the world and the conversations, the characters. Yeah.
And they didn't have to do as much. Like, the majority of the map is just like empty forests and shit. With Cyberpunk, it's like a bustling city. Yeah. And the attention to detail in the city is awesome, but then if you want to run it above a resolution of like 1080, it's gonna plummet your frame rate.
But I love it. I haven't had the chance to play it, but like recently, because I've just been busy. But I do have that itch, and it's made me the itch to not just play Cyberpunk, but get into the genre more. Because there's a whole bunch of Cyberpunk stuff that I've not seen, like Blade Runner, both of them. Never watched that. The Matrix. There's loads of anime.
It was Blade Runner that made me want to play Cyberpunk, to be honest.
Huge influence on it, and the whole genre in general, actually.
Yeah.
So I just want to go deeper, because I do love Cyberpunk stuff, because I like Ghost in the Shell is like my favourite franchise. What could have been?
Yeah.
Still great.
Do you think there's any chance you'll ever play it, Alex?
I was thinking maybe when this DLC comes out and people say it's good, maybe.
From what I see, the trailers come out, and I think it's based on the US government.
I think I'd hope that on console it's more consistent as well.
Well, yeah, it's just funny though that you're saying about the intro thing, because that was my big takeaway from when I like started. It was like, this intro is like rough. Oh my god, it's like all over the place.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. That once you get into the flow of the actual game, there's much more consistency. But they tried to do this like fast-paced intro with all this stuff going on.
Yeah,
and because they like shot for the moon and
just wasn't polished.
They Icarused it.
They went to fucking Mars, baby.
Well, no, they ended up just kind of burning up in the atmosphere.
And then coming back to Earth and then flying straight to the moon.
Well, not yet. They're like trying to get out the atmosphere right now.
Well, thank you for watching this episode of the Jar Media Podcast. We've been doing it now, bro.
What about the Reddit?
Sammy's.
Welcome to the Patron segment for October. A big shout out to all the jarlings who make it possible. I went into the records and found out that it's we've been saying sandy tier or above for like probably like years, when it's actually always been dibby tier or above, right?
I think so. I can't confirm
So we've
or
been saying
deny.
sandy tier, but we've been doing dibby tier and above. I don't know. Either which way, here's the list of names that have directly produced
Made an
The
impact
JARCast.
on the Jar Media lives and helped support the show in times when there's been no...
Big shout outs to ever since I had sex, I've lost the urge to jerk off. Explain that, James. Michael Caraman, Chocolate Fart, patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish you were James's dad. Scribble WA, Matt Heffley, the real Joseph, I may be stupid, but I'm not Irish Biden. Bonky, Chartereuse, Splink, Rasmus Ryle, Crito, Minger, I hardly knew her. Skek, Italia, Magma Slug, are prostate orgasms as good as they say? Levi, Pearl Slug aka Dobby Scared, don't touch my gina, Harry. Dr. Daluxolo Shabangu, Oliver Holm, Jarnby, Sexter McCool, Gunchi Guna, I love Bar Bell, she is my queen. Women of Reddit, what's the sexiest sexy sex experience you've had with a gamer? Randy kills the Jar cinematic universe. Neo Theo. Alex is the very model of a scientist Solarian. His xenoscience studies range from Coochie to Toydarian. James Dad. Zell. Simon Steele. James, the dad of James's dad, the land grandfather of James named James. Balpreet Kaur. Toya. Imported James's dad. Tanster Boy. The suit didn't make me invincible, but it made me our last hope. James's dad. You and James Craig Doherty. Big up Salisbury better than Swindon. Krill Muncher. Unwatched Reptile. The Forlorn Pistator. My, someone fetch a priest. You can't say no to James's dad the beast. Jarling. Manny Sanchez. Lagoon 22. If James doesn't pay Jim his 50 eddies, I'm cancelling my patronage. Evan Pilling. Flags, stangs, knops, put, pollerings, medals, flasks, skorks, skitties, but... James, you're looking rather scrumptious today. 35 years without Free Guy. Think about what that does to a man. Fapping and clapping, it's happening. Lapping up sap that I've splat on the mat and the substance is masculine. Travis King, Captain Clungehole. I'm not reading that name out loud. Stormay Main's Vantage, Le Snipe King. I do declare that is a random minion XD. Grant Connor, Jack Price, Kelly Levine, Kooky, Cheeky Little Lloyd. Never believed in magic until I saw my dog turn into a snake. Sketch Screen, Mydello Felagats, Misa do declare sir, bearer, bear sir. Avicunt. State of Valaska, Callum Quick, James's dad, Toesucker, Mr. Chips, beaten, bruised and sobbing, stands as a man gives him a silver platter, lifting the lid to reveal 2 yellow butt cheeks. I do declare that I did not fuck my cat, I did not come on my cat, I did not put my dick anywhere near my cat. Jimmy Neutron's sentient vertebrae. Dangly Langley, James's dada.
Big thank you to Tonio Swelt. Sad Nietzsche shit. I said a hip, a hop, the hippie to the hip hop. You don't stop the rock. It is it to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump. Begone, I say, you foolish savage. I am a god, the golden god, and my rage will fall upon you with the power of 1,000 storms. Crash Punk. If you're listening to this, you lost the game. Fall Guy's official anal beads. I let you inside me. Hello, I've got a slow cooker, okay? Okay, fucking Elon Musk, thanks. The Beltman, Mr. House, Jar Doz, and the 4 Funny. Your mission is to rescue albino capybaras from the Swindon Shankers. Harriet Baldley, Crypt Keeper, The Bush, Imported Guest, Tom Baranak, Gilbert the Awesome One, James is Dad, Nate Minifigs, The mosquito at KFC ordering a Big Mac. My gooch is a scratch and sniff skin sticker. James stole my cock and balls for the parts he sells on his website. Recorder enthusiast. Cobalt Wad. Drain my cock Johnson. Chaser the Dragon. Michael from NZ. The Feast of Beasts. Joseph Jewish Jarlin. I'm going to kill Alex. This is not a joke. I'm going to fucking assassinate Alex. Tom Fudging Armstrong. Free Palestine. Piss Drinkers Unleashed. Stephen is Human. Meekly. Konatada. Up on Malacon Hill there's a plastic free. Oh fucking hell. That's a completely... Up on Melancholy Hill there's a Mazda free. James's dad. Thomas Martin. Before I hand this iPad off to you, you should know that I let Pissadick use it and now it's full of piss. Swish, swish. Quebec Films. Aura. Keck Flexington. Ben. Fartbag. Gez. Fiddler. Dream Awful 2142. Melvin brother of the Joker. Misa Wanawanga. She fiving on my one until I 500,000. S3000 Jarling. S2000 Jarling. Danny G Baselord. Woodpecker from Mars. Edgy Air. Look like so pork scratchings. James's Bab. Ego on a Bee-Boo shirt listening to Crazy Goblins. Creamer. Sam. Kelswell. Adam Johnston. Tom Buies. Zach. Super Crunchers. Joel Stewart. Edgy Hecker. When Blackbirds Fly. Big Whoops. Gremblo. Jose BG. Kuta Panda. Lucy Tires an Asian Anal Queen. Randy Ruins Patreon. The Pooh Man. Beast Mode Patreon name. Katya fucking Manigan and David Wallace.
Thanks everyone.